You can do everything right and still watch her pull away. You can give more attention and get less warmth. And the worst part is not the rejection, it is the confusion. Now here is the shift. Most men think connection is built by adding more texts, more compliments, more checking in, more explaining. But a woman does not bond deeper because you increase volume. She bonds deeper because you increase safety, clarity, and respect. When those are missing, your effort turns into pressure. And pressure kills trust, desire, and peace at the same time. And this is where it gets real. Modern life makes this harder because everything is fast and loud. Dating apps reduce people into pictures and short lines. Social media shows highlights, not reality. Messaging makes it easy to talk all day, but never actually build anything solid. Many men start to believe that constant contact equals closeness. But constant contact without strength feels like noise. That is the trap. When you fear losing her, you start reaching. You start reacting. You start trying to secure an outcome. You might think you are being caring, but what she often feels is anxiety. She feels a silent demand behind your words, even if you do not say it out loud. The demand is simple. Please reassure me. Please choose me. Please make me feel safe. And when you hand her that job, she feels less safe. So look closer. This video is about needs that sit under the surface. Not the obvious needs like gifts or fancy dates. Not the shallow things like status symbols. These are intimate needs, meaning they touch the nervous system. They shape how she relaxes, how she opens up, and how she stays. And the hard truth is that only a small number of men can meet these needs consistently because it requires self-command. Here is what most men miss. A woman can enjoy your time and still not trust your core. She can laugh with you and still keep a guard up. She can say she is fine and still feel unsure. Words do not always reveal the real story. The real story is in patterns. Your pattern under stress. Your pattern when you do not get what you want. Your pattern when she delays, questions, or pulls back. That is when your real level shows. This is why it hurts. Many men feel they are being judged for tiny mistakes. One slow reply, one awkward moment, one wrong tone. But the deeper evaluation is not about perfection. It is about stability. She is not scanning for a flawless man. She is scanning for a steady man. A man whose inner weather does not change every time the outside weather changes. Now connect the dots. If you want a woman to feel close to you, you have to understand what closeness is for her body and mind. For many women, closeness starts with emotional safety. Not comfort, not boredom, not being overly soft. Emotional safety is the sense that your presence reduces chaos. It is the sense that you can handle life without spilling fear onto her. So the question becomes this: do you bring calm or do you bring pressure? Pressure can look polite. Pressure can look romantic. Pressure can look like long messages that explain your feelings in detail. Pressure can look like asking for clarity every day. Pressure can look like pushing for labels too soon. But pressure always has the same smell. It smells like fear. And the lesson is simple. Need one is emotional safety. If she does not feel safe with you, none of the other needs matter. Safety is not about you being harmless. Safety is about you being grounded. It means you do not punish her with mood swings. It means you do not turn every disagreement into a crisis. It means you do not make her responsible for your self-worth. Now take this seriously. Think about a modern scenario. You are texting after a good date. She replies slower than usual. Many men start spiraling. They send another message, then another. They ask if everything is okay. They drop a joke to cover the fear. Then they over-explain. In his mind, he is trying to fix connection. In her mind, she is watching how he handles discomfort. If he collapses into anxiety, she feels the ground shaking. Now here is the shift. A grounded man can sit in silence without turning it into a story. He can say, "I enjoyed tonight," and then he can return to his life. Not as a tactic, but as a truth. His calm signals safety. His pace signals self-respect. His life signals that he is not empty without her attention. That is emotional safety. And this is where it gets real. Emotional safety also includes how you speak when you are disappointed. Many men become sharp, sarcastic, or cold. Others become pleading and dramatic. Both are unstable. A woman can handle a man who is honest. She struggles with a man who is out of control. Your tone becomes the environment. Your tone becomes the room. That is the trap. Men often try to be endlessly agreeable to avoid conflict. But avoiding conflict does not create safety, it creates a hidden tension. Real safety comes from truth delivered with calm. It sounds like this: I respect you, and I also respect myself. I will not argue, I will not beg, I will tell the truth and then I will act on it. So look closer. Need 2 is clear direction. Many women respond to a man who can lead in small moments, not in a loud way, not in a forceful way, in a simple way. He chooses a plan, he sets a time, he follows through. He does not drift. Drifting creates doubt. Doubt creates testing. Testing creates friction. Here is what most men miss. Direction is not dominance. It is not control attempts. It is competence. It is the ability to make decisions without needing constant approval. It is also the ability to adjust without getting defensive. A self-led man can say, "Let us do this," and if she says no, he can say, "Okay, what works better?" and keep his calm. He does not crumble. He does not push. He stays steady. This is why it hurts. Men who lack direction often hide behind endless questions. Where do you want to eat? What do you want to do? When should we meet? All questions, no structure. Some choice is good, but a steady woman often wants to feel that you can carry part of the load. If she must lead everything, she starts feeling like the adult in the room. Desire does not grow well in that dynamic. Now connect the dots. Clear direction also shows up in your values. What you accept, what you do not accept, what you build your life around. A woman often feels safer when your life has a spine, not a list of rules, a spine. It means you have standards and you live by them. You do not change shape to fit every mood in the room. So the question becomes this: are you trying to win her, or are you inviting her into your world? Winning is chasing. Inviting is leading. A chase says, "I need you to validate me." An invitation says, "I like you, and I am building something real. If you want to come closer, here is the path." That is direction. And the lesson is simple. Need 3 is being seen. This is deeper than listening to her words. Being seen means you understand what she means even when she cannot say it cleanly. It means you notice patterns. It means you can read stress, fatigue, and uncertainty without making it about you. This is rare because most men listen with a goal. They listen to respond. They listen to solve. They listen to fix. But she often wants to be understood before she wants to be fixed. Now take this seriously. Many relationships break not because of big betrayals, but because of small misunderstandings stacked over time. She says she is tired, and you hear rejection. She says she needs space, and you hear abandonment. She says she is upset, and you hear danger. Then you react to your fear instead of responding to her reality. That makes her feel alone while standing right next to you. Now here is the shift. A man who makes her feel seen uses simple, calm mirrors. He says, "It sounds like today was heavy." He says, "I can tell you are stressed." He says, "You do not have to carry that alone." Then he stays quiet. He lets her talk. He does not turn her feelings into a debate. He does not deny her experience. He respects it. And this is where it gets real. Being seen also means you do not turn every emotion into a threat. Some men only feel safe when she is happy, so they pressure her to stay upbeat. But a real bond includes the full human range. If she senses you can only handle her at her best, she will hide her worst, and hidden pain turns into distance. That is the trap. Many men confuse intensity with intimacy. They think a deep bond means constant emotional fireworks, but constant intensity drains the nervous system. It creates drama cycles. Real intimacy is calmer than most men expect. It feels like a steady fire, not a burning house. So look closer. Need 4 is honest desire, not performance, not crude talk, not desperate signals. Honest desire is clean and direct. It is the ability to show attraction without becoming needy. Many men swing between extremes. They either hide desire out of fear, or they flood her with it to secure a result. Both feel unstable. A woman often wants to feel chosen, but not chased. Here is what most men miss. Desire without self-control feels like hunger. Hunger feels unsafe. It can feel like you are trying to take something from her, but desire with restraint feels like strength. It feels like you can want her and still respect her. You can be drawn to her and still keep your dignity. That combination is rare. This is why it hurts. Some men believe they must prove they are not a threat by removing all edge from their presence. They become overly friendly, overly available, overly agreeable. Then they wonder why the spark fades. Attraction often needs polarity, not cruelty, not games. Polarity means you have your own gravity. You are kind, but you are not soft in your core. Now connect the dots. Honest desire also includes the courage to be clear. You can say, I like you, I am attracted to you, I want to see you again. Then you pause, you let her respond. You do not add 5 more lines to protect your ego. You do not rush to soften your truth. Calm truth is power. So the question becomes this: can you hold tension without turning it into pressure? Tension is the space between two people where desire can grow. Pressure is the weight of expectation. A grounded man can hold tension with humor, warmth, and patience. He does not rush the process. He does not punish the pace. He lets connection build in real time. And the lesson is simple. Need 5 is boundaries that hold. This is not about being harsh. It is about being real. A woman often wants to know where you end and where she begins. She wants to know you have a life, a mission, and standards. Without boundaries, she may feel like you will accept anything just to keep her. That does not feel romantic. It feels uncertain. Now take this seriously. Boundaries show in small things. If she cancels and offers no plan, what do you do? If she talks to you in a disrespectful tone, what do you do? If she goes silent after conflict, what do you do? Many men either explode or collapse. A rare man stays calm and clear. He can say, I will talk when we can speak with respect. Then he steps back. No drama, no punishment, no begging. Now here is the shift. A boundary is not a threat. It is a door with a lock. It says you are welcome here, and here is how this space stays clean. This helps her relax because she knows the rules of the environment. Chaos is not romantic. Chaos is exhausting. And this is where it gets real. Many men fear that boundaries will drive her away, but weak boundaries often drive her away faster. When you tolerate what you should not tolerate, you slowly lose respect for yourself. Then you become resentful. Then your tone changes. Then she feels the shift and she does not know why. Boundaries protect the relationship from silent decay. That is the trap. Some men build boundaries as a costume. They act firm, but inside they are fearful. Women often feel that mismatch. The real work is inner. It is learning to be okay with any outcome. When you can accept loss, you can stop grasping. When you stop grasping, you become more trustworthy. So look closer. Need 6 is consistency. Many women can handle a man who is busy. They can handle a man who has a demanding life. What breaks trust is inconsistency in mood and meaning. Hot one day, cold the next. Deep talks, then silence. Promises, then excuses. That pattern creates anxiety. Here is what most men miss. Consistency is not routine. Consistency is integrity. It means your words match your actions. It means you do not sell dreams you cannot support. It means you do not pretend to be more serious than you are. A woman often wants to relax into a man who is predictable in the best way, not boring, reliable. This is why it hurts. In the modern world, it is easy to perform. It is easy to look confident online and confused in real life. It is easy to post discipline and live chaos. A woman might be drawn in by your image, then she watches your real behavior. If there is a gap, trust drains out fast, not because she is cruel, because she is protecting her future. Now connect the dots. Consistency shows up after conflict. Many men are calm until disagreement arrives. Then they become a different person. A grounded man can disagree without becoming hostile. He can pause, he can breathe, he can choose his words. He can return to the topic without revenge. This is a rare skill. So the question becomes this: can you be the same man when you are triggered? Because that is where the 1% live. Not in perfect dates, not in perfect lines. The 1% live in the hard moments. The delay, the doubt, the misunderstanding, the challenge, the silence after an argument. That is where men reveal who is driving the car. And the lesson is simple. Need 7 is growth and respect. Many women want to feel proud of the man beside them, not because of flashy status, but because of his direction and self-respect. She wants to see that you are building, that you take care of your body and mind, that you show up for your work, that you handle your money with basic discipline. that you face your fears instead of hiding in comfort. Now take this seriously. Here is a modern scenario at the gym. You are training, headphones in, focused. You are not looking around for attention. You carry yourself with calm. You finish the set, you put the weight back, you move with purpose. A woman notices that, not because you are trying, because your life has order. Later, if you speak, your words land heavier, because your actions already spoke. Now here is the shift. Another modern scenario is at work. Not an office name, not a place, just a pattern. You handle pressure without complaining to everyone around you. You do your part. You set a boundary with your time. You do not gossip. You do not chase approval. That stability becomes your signature. When you date, she feels that signature. She feels you are not a performer. You are a builder. And this is where it gets real. Another modern scenario is the breakup aftermath. The message comes in late at night. Maybe she says she misses you. Maybe she says she is confused. Maybe she watches your social media and then sends a short line. Many men rush back with paragraphs. They try to convince. They try to negotiate. They try to secure. But the grounded man pauses. He asks one calm question. What do you want to build from here? Then he listens. If she is unclear, he does not beg for clarity. He protects his peace. That is the trap. The biggest mistake men make is trying to use words to force certainty. Certainty cannot be forced. It can only be earned through patterns. You earn it by being steady. You earn it by being honest. You earn it by not breaking yourself to hold someone else. When you do that, you become rare. So look closer. When people say only 1% of men can satisfy these needs, they're not talking about money or looks. They are talking about emotional self-command, the ability to stay centered, the ability to speak with precision, the ability to walk away from disrespect without cruelty, the ability to love without begging. That is the 1%. Here is what most men miss. The foundation is not dating technique. The foundation is your nervous system. If your nervous system is always on fire, you will create pressure. If your nervous system is steady, you will create safety. This is why some men seem magnetic without trying. They are not frantic inside, they are present. This is why it hurts. Many men were never trained for this. They were trained to achieve, to grind, to ignore emotions, or to explode when overwhelmed. But dating and relationships demand emotional skill, not emotional confession as a habit. Emotional skill, the skill to feel something and not obey it. Now connect the dots. Stoicism is not about being cold. Stoicism is about being free. Free from impulses that control you. Free from the need for constant reassurance. Free from the urge to chase what is already leaving. You can be warm and still be disciplined. You can be affectionate and still be firm. You can be patient and still be decisive. So the question becomes this. What do you do when you feel the pull to react? When she replies late? When she looks distracted? When she says she needs space? When you feel jealousy? When you fear you are not enough? In that moment, you either choose self-command or you choose impulse. Impulse buys relief for 5 minutes and costs respect for weeks. And the lesson is simple. There is a principle you must carry into every interaction. It is not a line you say to her. It is a line you say to yourself. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Now take this seriously. That quote is not decoration. It is a weapon against your worst habits. Outside events include her mood, her pace, her uncertainty, her attention, her past, her stress, her phone, her app. You cannot control these things. You can only control your mind, your actions, and your standards. When you do that, you stop chasing shadows. Now here is the shift. Let us get practical with the 7 needs in a way you can live, not just understand. Emotional safety means you become the calmest person in the room when things get tense. Clear direction means you plan and lead without forcing. Being seen means you listen for meaning, not just words. Honest desire means you speak attraction cleanly and you do not flood. Boundaries that hold means you protect self-respect without anger. Consistency means you become predictable in integrity. Growth and respect means you build a life that stands on its own. And this is where it gets real. You might be thinking, what if I do all this and she still leaves? That is a fair fear. But the goal is not to guarantee a person. The goal is to become the kind of man who does not lose himself. When you become that man, the right connections deepen and the wrong connections end faster. Both outcomes are wins. That is the trap. Many men try to learn relationship behavior patterns only to gain leverage. That mindset poisons everything. Your goal must be clean. It must be self-respect, clarity and peace. When you chase control, you create anxiety. When you choose self-command, you create trust. So look closer. You can test your level with one question. When you feel uncertain, do you add pressure or do you add stability? Pressure is extra messages, extra demands, extra emotional weight. Stability is calm action, clear words, and patience. A woman can feel the difference even if she cannot explain it. Here is what most men miss. The rare man is not perfect. He is accountable. When he makes a mistake, he does not defend his ego. He owns it. He corrects it. He does not beg to be forgiven. He shows change. This lowers drama and builds respect. Many women are tired of excuses. Accountability feels like relief. This is why it hurts. A man who is approval chasing often feels invisible. He gives and hopes she will finally choose him fully. But giving without standards is self-abandoning. It teaches people that your needs do not matter. Then you get angry that your needs are not met. But you trained that result. Now connect the dots. The goal is not to become harsh. The goal is to become solid. Solid men do not chase. Solid men do not test. Solid men do not play emotional games. They show interest. They lead with clarity. They accept the answer. They move accordingly. This is not a trick. It is a lifestyle. So the question becomes this: how do you build that solidity? You build it through daily training, not just in the gym, but in your mind. You train your breath. You train your speech. You train your ability to pause, because your pause is your power. And the lesson is simple. Here is a mental training exercise you can do every day. First, pick one trigger that usually makes you react, like slow replies or mixed signals. Second, when it happens, you take one slow breath in through your nose and one slow breath out through your mouth, and you do that 3 times. Third, you ask yourself one question: what action would a self-led man take right now? Fourth, you choose one clean action that protects dignity, like waiting, focusing on your work, or sending one simple message without extra weight. Fifth, you accept the outcome and return to your life. Now take this seriously. If you do this for 30 days, you will feel a change. Your mind will stop sprinting. Your emotions will stop driving. Your words will become fewer and stronger. And when you speak, you will not be asking for permission to exist. You will be offering connection from a full life. Now here is the shift. Let us talk about the hard moment that breaks most men. She pulls away after a deep night. The next day she is distant. Your mind starts writing stories. You want to confront. You want to ask what changed. But the grounded move is different. The grounded move is to match reality. You do not chase distance. You keep your warmth and you keep your pace. You give space without bitterness. You stay open without begging. And this is where it gets real. Sometimes she comes back closer because she feels your stability. Sometimes she does not. If she does not, you do not collapse. You do not beg for closure. You do not flood her phone. You do not turn her into an enemy. You let the door close with dignity. That dignity is what builds you into a man who can satisfy deeper needs, because you do not turn pain into chaos. That is the trap. Many men try to win the ending. They want the last word. They want to prove they mattered. But the strongest men do not need to prove. They know. They walk away clean. They protect their mind. They protect their future. They let silence do its work. So look closer. The true skill is being able to hold 2 truths at once. You can care, and you can have boundaries. You can desire, and you can have restraint. You can be patient, and you can be decisive. You can be warm, and you can be unshakable. That balance is the 1%. Here is what most men miss. Women do not only respond to what you do for them, they respond to what you represent. Your presence can represent chaos or peace. Your presence can represent neediness or self-respect. Your presence can represent a boy looking for comfort or a man building a life. She feels that before she thinks about it. This is why it hurts. Some men feel like they must compete with every other man online, but you cannot win that race. There is always someone richer, taller, louder, more flashy. The way you win is by leaving the race. You become so grounded that you are not trying to be chosen by everyone. You are choosing with standards. Now connect the dots. When you live this way, you stop bargaining with your worth. You stop over-explaining. You stop chasing. You start speaking with calm certainty. You start making plans and keeping them. You start saying no when needed. You start saying yes when it is true. Your life becomes simple. Simple is powerful. So the question becomes this: are you ready to stop trying to satisfy surface demands and start satisfying deeper needs? Because deeper needs require a deeper man, not a perfect man, a disciplined man, a man with emotional self-command, a man who can sit in discomfort and not reach for chaos. And the lesson is simple. If you want to be rare, you must train where most men avoid training. You must train patience. You must train silence. You must train standards. You must train your ability to walk away from what costs your peace. That is masculine self-development in its purest form. Now take this seriously. If this message hit a nerve, it means you are awake. Do not waste that. Use it. Like this video if you want more calm, direct truth. Subscribe if you want to build strength that shows in your voice, your choices, and your relationships. Comment with the one need you realize you have been missing and what you will practice this week. This is Stoic Truth, where silence becomes strength.